Hi all, we will be discussing individual assignment number 2, work breakdown structure. If you have not done so already, please make sure you review module number 3, work breakdown structure. It provides a firm foundation of this actual assignment before you start working on your own work breakdown structure. I will be reviewing directions for this assignment, but you will need to have a firm foundation of what a work breakdown structure is before beginning to work on your own assignment. This is part of your hypothetical 5K for philanthropy in the Memphis area. Remember, all 5 of our essential project management documents go back to planning our hypothetical 5K in the Memphis area. Keep in mind the work breakdown structure is the document that details all the work activities to be done for the completion of project implementation. It is all the work. So every single task that you need to complete in order to finish the project will be included on your work breakdown structure. The WBS is a top-down breakdown of each work package until it is at its most basic level of having one task and one owner. This step, in addition to estimating the work, is essential to perform because it allows a prediction of how many hours or effort of work a project or program will take to implement, as well as how much it will cost to implement. It will also help to identify risks. The work breakdown structure requirements are as follows. You must use either the graphical or the outline format as described in, this should be module number 3. Okay, I'm going to pull up module number 3. Let's see. You can see module number 3, overview and objectives, and then this will provide lots of the information about the work breakdown structure. Going back to our requirements, you will use either the graphical or outline format as described. You can pick a free online template. Make sure it looks professional. I highly recommend using Smartsheet. This is a free template that is available online. You can see here that it is the graphical outline, but I believe that they also have the actual outlines, a variety of different outlines within Smartsheet. It is an excellent resource. I encourage you to be creative and use your resources. This is why I have not given you an actual template to use, because I like to see student creativity. If we were going to create the work breakdown structure, of course, you would make sure that you had your project title here. You would list your name as the project manager. You can say company name, you can state the name of our class, the date, you can come up with your project title here, which would be the same. And then I'm going to jump back over to the directions. You can see over here you must use the following phrases in your WBS: planning, implementation, and post-implementation evaluation. These 3 phases will be used throughout your planning documents, your implementation documents, for the 5K, which will be implemented in Memphis. Each phase will include all work, aka multiple tasks that should be completed during that specific phase. So all of the planning tasks will be listed under planning. All of the implementation tasks will be listed, under the implementation phase. And then, of course, following the race, the post-implementation as well as evaluation. So thinking about implementation, I always ask students this: what would be the implementation of a 5K? The actual implementation would be the day of the race. Of course, you will have planning before the actual race can take place, but your implementation is a 1-day event. And then, of course, the post-implementation, the cleanup, as well as the evaluation of, did we actually accomplish our critical success factors or those project objectives that we set in the project definition document? Make sure to think through those completely. You will use an action verb when writing tasks such as create flyers instead of flyers. Obviously, you can see that this provides the reader with much more information. We're creating flyers. It's not just flyers. It provides organization and neatness, being professional within your documents as well. At the lowest level of the breakdown, each task should have one specific owner. Once the work is broken down, use a bottom-up approach to estimate time to complete each task. For example, if you had create flyers, how long would this take you? If you are creating the flyers as the project manager, or your marketing director is creating flyers, how long would that take them to create flyers? Maybe you estimate 1.5 hours. You would need to report this information, the time it takes to complete each task, next to the task in parentheses. Report total estimated time to completion for each phase in hours in parentheses on the WBS. Example, if a task has to take 6 hours and 15 minutes, you would report that in 6.25 hours. You will report total estimated time to complete all 3 phases of the project. So you are going to be giving me a total duration for the entire project. You are going to be giving me the total estimated time to complete the planning phase, the total estimated time to complete the implementation phase, and the total amount of time to create the post-implementation evaluation phase to complete those phases. Make sure that you spend the necessary time thinking through and estimating how long each task would take, because it will need to make sense. You will need to, if you're starting at the bottom and you have book venue, create flyers, etc., order t-shirts, all of that, let's just say it went under the planning phase, right? You would need to give me times for every single task so that you could give me a total time for the planning phase. It is very evident when students do not spend the required or necessary amount of time on the work breakdown structure, because it comes across as sloppy. It also comes across as unrealistic. So make sure that you spend some time thinking through how long these tasks would actually take. I'm not looking, I understand that you are not project managers right now. Please don't misunderstand me. But I do know that when things are rushed, or that or we're not paying attention to detail, it usually is very evident. So make sure to spend some time on this and think through these necessary details. You will upload the work breakdown structure to the corresponding Dropbox, and these will be your 2 individual projects, your 2 individual assignments. You will be taking these individual assignments to discuss the group projects. Basically, you are going to have work to discuss at the group level. So make sure that you spend time on these individual assignments so that you can contribute well, and so that you can speak to the group work. Of course, you are always welcome to email me with questions or set up a meeting with me. However, make sure that you have gone through the work breakdown structure entirely, the module number 3, and that you have reviewed this document as well. Again, I am here for questions, but make sure you use your resources first. Have a great day.